Yo, y'all, we got a problem. This YouTube algorithm is straight up rigged against small channels. I've been running the numbers, and look, Waifu with the Weed post a video, it gets burned faster than Elliot at a vegan cafe. Man, I told you, you don't need numbers. You need results. Put me in the ring with this algorithm, and I'll knock it out. No. You don't just punch an algorithm. Have I taught you nothing, Elliot? This thing's got machine learning, predictive bias, and probably Skynet tendencies. You remember the Steranko, right? No. That's right. That's it. That's it, Hardison. That's it. That's right. What? Huh? I mean, yeah. Of course I'm right. See, you can't fight the system head on. No. We gotta think bigger than that. You have to outthink the system. So while Parker and Sophie are infiltrating Mr. Beast's channel, we'll run a parallel test on the Waifu and the Weaves channel. So what do you want me to be? Like Hardison Nate, an anime guy? It's the age of the geek, baby. Damn it, Hardison. Alright, man, look. All you gotta do is stand there and look scary. The algorithm take one look at you, and it's gonna auto boost us to trending. Alright, let's go sell ourselves a YouTube channel. You see, the algorithm may not play fair, but if we understand how it works, we can beat it at its own game. Step 1 of the plan, studying the source material, which means you, my friend, gotta talk about the show. Fine. Just don't get all sentimental, Hardison. Just keep it real. Let it come from your heart. Which brings us to our next move. Ebony, take it from here. Okay, Nate, I'll take it from here. So I realized last year how much I've been sleeping under a rock because I had no idea leverage existed. But now that I do, I'm totally obsessed. So if you're late like me, let me put you on real quick, okay? Leverage is a 5-person team that consists of a hacker, a thief, a grifter, a mastermind, and a hitter. And they use their skills like Liam Neeson said.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
They use their specialized skills to take down corrupt corporations, governments, and basically just fight for the little people, the ordinary citizens like you and me, people who not criminal masterminds. So I kind of say it's basically Robin Hood, robbing from the rich, giving to the poor, meets Ocean's 11. Now, what got me hooked is this. I had no idea the show existed until Cross came out. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm looking at the comments on YouTube because I'm not on no social medias outside of YouTube. I see people bringing up Hardison and Leverage, and they're talking about, oh, where's Elliot and stuff like that, and like all these jokes that I didn't get at the time. I'm like, what are they talking about? And they talking about how good that show was, so they know that this show is going to be super good. And I'm like, people on the internet be having trash taste. I was like, I don't believe you. When I tell you the first episode is really good, that it hooked me. The show will set up interests, but to really
makes me want to dive on in.
Hey guys, so I look different. That's because this is an editor's insert. I realized while I was editing this that I didn't do a good job at explaining why I love this show. So here's my reasoning. I love this show because of the characters. And it's like, yeah, that's usually why you like a show, right? I feel like Leverage is very character driven. It has to be because there's no overarching big bad like in some shows, if that makes sense. So for me, I feel like even though it didn't have like this overarching big bad or this plot heavy type of feel, it still had a lot of heart because they were fighting for the little guy and we got to see this found family aspect that I love. I feel like it's equivalent to what people feel like with Hallmark and romance type of movies. It's like you get to watch people fall in love. You get to watch people people find a safe space and like you get to experience healing. And I feel like that's what I love about Leverage, because we see these people who are essentially lone wolves. They've been doing this their entire careers by themselves. They don't need nobody because they are the best in their field. They're the best of the best. So they don't need nobody for real. But when they realize that they did want people and that it was better to do it together and that they could be doing it more efficiently and also help people, it's really nice to see like their guards come down and they find this safe space together. Like they find their family. And I don't know, it's just something so beautiful about that, you know? And I feel like they also do character archetypes really well, because it was easy to have Hardison be like this just socially awkward, don't know how to interact tech guy. It was easy to have Elliot be this bumbling, you know, tough guy who isn't smart, isn't intelligent, and just I punch, you know, like brainless. And with Parker, usually thieves who are as good as her are master strategists. They're, you know, really good with people because they also have to be grifters. So usually their social skills are on a higher level. So to see Parker be the one who doesn't have the social skills and be the one who's struggling the way that she is, it's something so nice about that. Like not that she's struggling, but to see that they didn't lean into what these characters had to be based on past shows, based on what we feel like we know about these type of archetype of characters. I feel like them not leaning into that really made this a breath of fresh air for me. And yeah, like it was just the characters, the relationships, and the found family really, really made me love this show. And I just really wanted that to come across more than I did in the original video that I recorded. So I had to insert that because I needed that to be said a little bit better so that you get it. Like, because yeah, shows have good characters, but I really wanted the sentiment to be clear on the why. I didn't want to just say, oh yeah, you know, I love the characters. Why do you love the characters? Let's dig deep into that, you know? So that's why I love the characters, because it felt like for however long the episode was, if it was 30 minutes, 45 minutes, for that long, I got to be a part of that. And I got to find my family, you know, like I got to find my safe space. But yeah, so essentially that's what it felt like for me. It's like for 30, 45 minutes, I get to be a part of this family. I get to be a part of this friendship. And like, sure, they're criminals, but I don't know, it's something nice about it to get to follow along with them finding their family, finding each other, and finding a way to help the world. Like essentially that's kind of what I want for America right now, you know? Yeah, if we could just get a Leverage team out there,
that would be great.
But the editor has said enough, so back to Video Ebony. The characters, let's talk about them, okay? Hardison, I admit I was wrong. The comment section was actually right this time. What? Because Hardison is so funny. He is so zany. He is so nerdy. There's just the way that all this plays him that just makes him so darn good as a character, right? Because it's easy to just make him just the nerdy guy. He just knows tech stuff. And Hardison is their tech guy. He's the hacker. He's the technology expert. He handles the technical aspects of their cons, from surveillance to research to even creating their fake identities. And he manipulates digital infrastructure for them. And he wipes all traces of them when they finish a con, so that nobody's ever on their trail and nothing can lead back to them, right? So he pretty much keeps them safe. And I adore Hardison, okay? I adore Hardison. No Hardison slander will be tolerated. Like I said, it's easy to just fall into one-dimensional character, but we find out he's a talented artist.
Nate is going to kill you.
Did you paint that?
I'm gifted.
We find out he was a musical prodigy. And when he plays, it was beautiful. Now, fun fact, Aldous Hodge actually can play the violin for real too. We find out all these things about him, right? And really, like, he's the heart of it. Like, yeah, Nate, he's the leader, but without Hardison, Leverage wouldn't really run as smoothly or probably as well as it does.
And that's a fact.
He does the deep dives into all of them. He gets them the information they need to build the con. He makes them the stuff that they need to get in the doors that they go through. And I appreciate that he speaks up for himself and reminds them when they try to make it seem like he got a small role because just in Lucille, that's what he called his band. The times where he takes away what he does to remind them that they need him, yeah, it's felt. And I appreciate that because sometimes, sometimes you just gotta show him. And I love that. Another thing, we find out he was a foster kid too. And so he self-taught himself this, and he got so good that he hacked the Pentagon when he was 12. But he's financially savvy. I would say he's a financial mastermind because he invests the money that they get from different cons and pulls it together for a significant nest egg for all of them. So they all have account because of his financial savvy, right? So listen, I could talk about Hardison forever. I love Hardison. Now we're gonna get to Elliot. I also really love Elliot.
That's what I do.
Elliot is the hitter or the retrieval specialist. And what he does is he uses his specialized skills to provide security. He retrieves valuable items and he neutralizes threats. He's also a former Black Ops specialist and he's a master of numerous fighting skills. In hand-to-hand combat, he's proficient and he's an expert marksman, but he doesn't like guns and he doesn't use guns. Like, he kind of has a mysterious checkered past. Again, it's like Hardison, like we see he's extremely smart, extremely observant. He's resourceful. He can sing.
Yeah, when you find your way to another town and someone tries to lay you down and a memory hits you right out of the blue.
He plays the guitar. He's a gourmet chef.
So you think the only thing I know how to do is bust heads?
Love that. And he's extremely empathetic towards like vulnerable people, like kids who might be getting abused or neglected, and to like elderly people. He kind of gives like big brother vibes to Hardison and Parker. And I love Elliot. One of the running gags with him
With 7.62 ammo, has more of a crack. Contractor shot him up all right.
You ID'd the weapon from the gunshot sound?
There's a very distinctive sound.
always gets a chuckle out of me, but I love his character. I do. I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker for him. I am. But him and Hardison, love. And Parker, love Parker. She's so weird. She's so crazy.
Parker, you have Parker.
Is there somebody better?
No, but Parker is insane.
She's unhinged. She's an adrenaline junkie. She's the thief of the group. She's never been caught. She gets taken under the wing of a master thief. She was already awkward and antisocial, but he reinforces the antisocial because he tells her, you know, like, you don't put feelings into it. You don't care about people because that'll make you not the best. So to be the best, this is what you need to do. So she is the best, but she has no interpersonal skills. She doesn't know how to communicate effectively with people. We see her go from antisocial and not knowing how to communicate effectively with people and not knowing how to express her emotions, not have friends or have any type of meaningful connections to finding her place and feeling like this is her family and finally feeling like she fits in. Like, it's her arc is really beautiful because, like, really we see her grow as a person. Everybody else were already a little bit more evolved, but now with her, she was a lone wolf. Stealing is all she had, but now she had something else. She had this family. And I just thought it was so beautiful because we see her go from the antisocial girl who only cares about the adrenaline rush of it all. Nate eventually gives it to Parker. So we see her go from being a loner to being in charge of the whole operation.
We provide leverage.
And I love that. Her arc has a lot of heart to it. Then we're on to Sophie Devereaux. She's the grifter. She's their master of disguise. She's their inside man, if you will. She's a legend. But what's funny is that when she's introduced, we see her acting on a stage and she is god awful.
No! That's no!
She's very awful.
Is she injured? In the head?
Seriously, man, this is the worst actress I've ever seen.
This is not her stage.
I was like, man, she is gonna blow it for y'all. And then you see her in action.
What does it mean?
We create jobs and trade in Africa. Keep the graft and the stealing manageable.
But she's not awful.
This is her stage. Sophie Devereaux is the finest actress you've ever seen. When she's breaking the law.
And it's like, oh, Sophie is exactly who she thought she is. Sophie is that girl. I like how she's the mother figure of the group and how everybody feels safe with her. All of them have some type of trauma where they felt like they were the outcast or they didn't fit in. So having Sophie, you know, I feel like really connected them in a way that really cemented that this is family, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's a really nice thing too. She's not one of my favorites, but I do like her character. I don't like Nathan Ford.
They say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk.
I don't like how he talks to his team. Like, if I was gonna drop the show, it was gonna be because of him. I give him that he has a tragic backstory. I don't like him though. I don't like that we just brush it off that he's just a drunk and that's why he gets to berate them. Because how he treats Sophie, I don't like that. I don't like how he talks to her, how he just act like she his personal property. Miss me with it. Miss me with that. Okay? But yeah, so that's all I gotta say about Nathan Ford. So now that we got that clear, I just wanna highlight like two of my favorite moments. I got a couple, but I just wanna highlight two. One is from The Grave Danger Job, and I believe that's season 4, episode 6. And Hardison always talks about how he's claustrophobic. This particular con that they're doing, they're going against a funeral director and she's in bed with the Mexican cartel actually. The cartel ends up taking Hardison and burying him alive in one of the coffins. When I tell you the tone shift in that episode was rough. There's been serious moments and everything, but we usually see Hardison like a little bit more light, but because this is a phobia of his, this is a fear of his, he's panicking. And to see him in that state was just so drastically different than what I was used to. It was like, hold on. What really like drives the stakes up is like, if you bury alive and you don't have no oxygen tank or anything, they didn't give him no air. So him freaking out, he's sucking up all the oxygen. The moment that was in this is that Parker immediately tried to get a phone to Sophie. Sophie was like, it's gotta be you. You crawl through small spaces. You know what this means if he keeps freaking out the way he is. She's like, you have to calm him down. Everybody calls him Hardison. It's rare you hear anybody call him Alec.
Do you hear me, Alec? I need you.
That little beat, and I know it's so small, but to me that was so impactful. The other one is season 3, episode 8. It's the Gone Fishing Job. I like this one because of the bromance moment between Hardison and Elliot. They basically get kidnapped by an extremist group and they about to get executed. Hardison usually a run away from something. Like we see him be a little bit more squirrely. Elliot stand 10 toes down on stuff. He'd fight his way through it. But they were in a remote area, so their comms weren't working, but they finally get their comms to working and they tell Nate that, yeah, we in a bad situation and we don't have no way out. And they tell him their coordinates and Nate like, okay, I'm about to send a train to y'all. They get a train going, but while they were in the camp, Elliot notices that they had things to create a bomb. And with that, Hardison was like, tell me what you saw. Tell me what that means. And he told him, and he was like, is it ready to blow? And he was like, yeah. He was like, we can't get on this train. And Elliot was like, man, no, we gotta go. We can call the FBI. We can get somebody out here. He's like, or we can do it ourselves, because if we can stop them now before we looking at the news and then there's a tragedy, or we could be the ones who stop it on the ground. And you could see Elliot really get like a new level of respect for him.
Say we go back down there and we stop him.
Like right in that moment, he was like, well, we gonna get bloody. He was like, well, we gonna do it.
High five. For morale.
Yeah, those 2 episodes, I love those episodes. It's just something about a group of people fighting for the little people and going against corporations and going against governments and bringing down corruption, fighting injustices for just ordinary people, and kind of just turning the tables on powerful people. That just kind of scratches a certain itch for me, you know? Like it just makes my day to see stuff like that, because it's kind of what I want to see in the real world sometimes. time. And so if for however long the episode is, that's as much as I get, then for that little while, I get to see what I want to see in the world. I want to see a little guy win. I want to see the ordinary citizen get justice, you know, and I feel like that's what makes this show stand the test of time and become somebody's obsession 17 years later, is that coupled with the strangers becoming family, the comedy, the heart, and just all of that, man. I feel like that's what really makes it stand up to a lot of other shows still to this day. And while I can see why people still saying like this is one of the best shows, I get it, guys, and I'm on board. And just like that, I've successfully pulled off my first heist.
It was perfect.
Next time, I'm headed to California, and I'll be solving mysteries with Patrick Jane. That's right, we're doing The Mentalist. And I'm excited for it because Red John, Patrick Jane, it's a good time. So tell me truthfully, be honest. Am I the last person to discover leverage? Or are you late like me? Or are you present, Ebony, and you're like, nah, I rewatched this a lot. I love this show. If that's you, drop your favorite crew moments in the chat below and tell me who's your favorite member. Is it Hardison? Is it Elliot? Is it Parker? If it's Nate, I'm not gonna hold you. You might be trash. And listen, if you're late like me, stick around because we got some catching up to do. Bye.